Alright, we're back. A phone Roomba? Only the finest tool to clean your phone. Here, let me show you its brushing majesty. We can be like Beauty and the Beast. So what do you say, Fang? Will you be my beast? That was fucking weird, man. He feels around his fanny pack for one of the Roombas, then holds his phone on one hand. He puts the device on, and it whirs to life, slowly crossing the screen. When it reaches the edge, it beeps and turns around, making a return trip to where it started. After a few trips, the merchant turns the Roomba off and gives us an expectant leer. I just used my shirt, though. Eh, it's a novelty, I guess. It's fucking fun. I slapped down the money on Reed's Maybe's family's booth. Very well, the contest is yours, along with this trinket. Head east of this filthy bazaar, and you will find your destiny. At Dynamo's. The pizza chain? You will come to understand my wisdom once you reach it. Fare thee well, seekers of musical amphitheaters. The shopkeeper gives one last smug wave to us. Thank you, Xavier. I motion for Fang to follow and start heading in the direction the shopkeeper showed us. After twisting through the endless maze of merchants and frivolities, Fang finally stops in front of a building. We're here. The building had an antiquated Italian restaurant with the words Dynamo's Pizza and Pasta written on a grand sign out front. Pizza, huh? In the middle of Little Trudon? Let's see. I open the double doors for Fang to enter. There's a plaque for the National Register of Historic Places on the window. Historical, huh? Inside is a homely Italian-styled pizzeria. The warm candle lighting against the lattice dividers of the booths cast shades of orange along the walls and floor. The two of us walk up to the reception desk. A very tired waitress puts on a plastic smile when she sees us. Welcome to the historic Dynamo's, table for two. Actually, we just need to ask the manager something. The waitress rolls her eyes and skulks off. Service with a smile, huh? Working in the industry grates on you. This is a historical family place, though, isn't it? Wouldn't they have higher standards for... Hey, this is little Lucy. Fang's skin grows several shades lighter. I haven't seen you since August. Come here and give Uncle Mo a hug. You little bastard. An older T-Rex hobbles his way to us with arms spread wide. Well, as wide as he could, at least. Fang squawks in protest as she's pressed into his apron-covered belly. Uncle Mo, what are you doing here? I'm working ducks. This is my restaurant. Hold up, your uncle is Mo? Mo is in the Mo that started the Dynamo's? No, I mean, I don't know. My baby girl hasn't swung by in ages. And who be this lucky guy? Don't tell me you got yourself hitched already. I feel my own skin warm up now. The old T-Rex laughs louder and slaps his rotund belly. Relax, kids, I'm messing with you. Come on, I'll give you the best seats in the house. Mo wraps an arm around each of our shoulders. I'm not sure how. and drags us through the restaurant to a cozy yet dark booth, sequestered away from the rest. We're shoved into the seats of the owner uncle, and the owner uncle bends over the table to light the sole candle there. I'm having a candlelit dinner with Fang now. Wow. What the hell is happening? Now you twos waits right there while I make my little princess's favorite pie. On me, of course. Mo proceeds to saunter off, pushing through the double doors that probably led to the kitchen. I look over the candle to Fang. She looks how I feel at the moment. Lost and confused. What just happened? I don't know. So, fuck, come on, Anna, you can do it. You can speak. You were part of the team that kicked Reddit's ass in Claws of Duty, Jurassic Warfare. Is that really your uncle? Nah, he's just a good family friend. My dad goes bowling with every Thursday with him. Come on, cousin, let's go bowling. Sounds fun. You ever go along? Not anymore. All that sportsy stuff doesn't appeal to me. Besides, I have school and band stuff to worry about. Not to mention my dad's a bit of an asshole. The image of a golf club comes to mind. You don't say. Whenever I'm listening to my music at night, he always yells through the door about audible bowel movements. Honestly, do you blame him? Fang smirks. Maybe not. My dad isn't even really there most of the time. When I do interact with him, it's just these huge orders about what to do with myself. You're going to camp. You're going to Brazil. You're going to some coastal town for half a year. Then again, that last one was more my fault. Sounds rough. What about your mom? What about her? Pretty standard mother, a bit naggy. She'd always try to dress me for school, so I'd look like the biggest dork ever. One time she got me into a denim jacket and jeans combo. The double denim disaster. How'd you know? Wait a second. Another word and you get hot wax in your face. I'm holding back my laughter behind my fist. And she'd always try to embarrass me in front of everyone. Don't all moms do that? Why don't you tell me, pirate princess? You know, hot wax only really hurts for the first few seconds. That cute look of surprise, though, lasting for eternity. Breathe a word of that to anyone, and this candle is going right up where the sun don't shine, while it's still lit. I scrape the hardened wax off on my forehead off with one hand. Alright, sheesh. What about your mom? Is she like on heroin or something? She's just always in her own little world. Nothing is ever wrong. There's no flaws with anything. Dr. Maruki got to her, I guess. No concern is worth worrying about. Yeah, that can't be healthy. I've made do so far. Well, for what it's worth, you've still got Trish, Reed, and Naser. Yeah, the one whose horn is more important than finding a place. My shitty baby brother, and Reed. Fang groans as she leans back in her seat. The new guy is the only one I can rely on. My life sucks. I don't know. We haven't found a venue and our show is in a week. Fucking Naomi. Fucking Dad. On the flip side, we're getting some of your favorite pizza at one of the pricier Italian restaurants around. It's for free, too. But the venue, we still have time. So pizza first, and then we find a place for your show. Someone say pizza. Someone order a fucking pizza. Mo slides a large pizza onto the table in front of us. It hurt my throat a little bit. A pizza with extra sausage, anchovies, pepperoni, and ham, and also known as the most original Meteor Pizza, Lucy's favorite. I go by Feng now, actually. Whoa, the youth are getting real uppity with me. Like them triggers back in the 60s. You trying to make old Mo confused, you punk. He gives Feng a light noogie. So what have you punks been up to? Actually, Mr. Mo, we were gonna ask. Mister, young punks are you don't need to be so formal. Ah, fuck my head! Oh god, those knuckles are sharp. Oh, you young'uns, I heard you talking about your parents. Young man, here comes the lecture. You know the best part of being young is... Mo, we got a code K on line 1. Mo hangs his head on in despair. Oh, that thought kits, I got a pissed off mother to deal with. Mo stomps away to the reception desk, leaving Fang, the pizza, and me. Hey, free food. Fang piles 3 slices on a plate, catching a few of the anchovies before they slide off. I think I'll only take 1. I'd rather not get heartburn at 18. You gotta sit up, drink some water, and probably go for a walk. Man, this place sure isn't historical for no reason. Even something as ridiculous as this, it tastes phenomenal. Good thing it's free, I'd be willing to pay a premium for this stuff. Kicks comics pieces ass any day of the week. It really hooks you in, don't it? No, I didn't realize I was in my own little world for a bit. Yeah, it's real good. She's already down 2 slices. It's like that dinosaur from Jurassic World. Just with a freaking pizza slice. Shame I have to limit myself around the good stuff. Fang picks up her last slice, tosses it upwards just like I said, and snaps it out of the air with 1 bite. Whoa, reminds me of a movie I didn't watch. Cool trick, do you do parties? While she raises her middle finger at the remark, the grin on Fang's face says it's more out of humor than malice. You gonna finish that? I look at my half-eaten slice. I guard my hoard with an armed bulwark. Mine. Didn't want it anyway. Mine. I'm quick to finish off my slice to keep it to myself, while Fang goes for her 3rd helping. The pizza doesn't last, sadly, as we continue to take slices. Its life is ended in a matter of minutes, when otherwise I would have committed pasticide in an hour. By the end, I'm satisfied, enjoying the feeling of the itis. Uncle Moe's just knows how to make it. Yeah, your uncle's pretty cool. Fang gets up out of her seat, legs unsteady as she fights off the need for a well-needed nap. I'll see you at the front. I've got a serious need. For real this time. In and out, I guess.
Perhaps. But first you need to take a DOOMP.
Wait, what?
I snicker and nod. Sure, leave me the deal with your uncle, your unk. I force myself out of the booth and casually meander to the reception area. Mo is there, placing the receiver of the desk's phone back. Hey son, you enjoys the meal? Definitely. Feel like I'm a blackout at any second. That's what I like to hear. Glad to make his dates then. We aren't, no, couldn't have fooled me with that disaster you called flirting. No, not really. Fang's looking for a venue. Her band is playing for a show next week. Really now? Why not have it here then? I look around at the restaurant, trying to find any real place for the band to actually play. Don't sweat the details, kid. Mo grins. Me and the boys are used to making rooms for shows. You just tell my little Lucy you's got a place. Then you're sure to sweep her off her feet. What? Anna.exe has failed. To be young and in love. You know what my favorite part about .exe is? How it basically came from Sonic.exe, but now there's a bunch of these 3 a.m. videos that have character.exe, and it has nothing to, and those videos have nothing to do with computers at all. That is the strangest thing to me. To be young in love and in love. Listen here, Annan. A segreto del morph, the secret to love. It's not shared misery. You can complain about all the little details in life, but you don't fix your problems. However, you can't be trying to do everything for her neither. Otherwise, she just expect you to fix all the problems for her. The secret is support. Support? You've gotta be her support. She's got to fix her own problems, but you've got to back her up on them. And from what I hear from my boy Naser, you've been done that. You fucking Italianos. I suppose I have, like at her band practice, or on the roof. Like now. Bada bang. Bada boom. Back to work, Jerry. Anyways, be good to her, Anna. She'll be good to use. I raised her right, after all. Thanks, Mo. Hey, anytime. I've been hanging around you fools for too long. I can't just ignore the kitchen anymore, you know. Give little Lucy my regards, huh? Sure. Mo saunters back to the kitchen. Now that I think about it, how does he cook with those little arms? I look a bit closer. There are several toy claws hanging on a rack just inside the kitchen door. Somehow I don't think that was something I was supposed to see. Alright, I'm back. Let's hit the road. Maybe we'll find somewhere to play at before sundown. Actually, we really don't. Fang freezes in place. How? Your uncle. You asked Uncle Mo if my band could play? Yeah, he seemed pretty excited about it. He's got a stage ready and everything. Fang still isn't moving. Did I do something wrong? It's a blur of motion. One second, Fang looks like she's going to start hyperventilating. Next, it's like I'm wrapped in a blanket of down feathers, being shaken from side to side, with a tinnitus-inducing scream in my right ear. Oh, we got a venue, huh? It's so infectious. I might start doing it too. My arms perfectively support her, wrapping around below her wings. Fang's arms are wrapped before my shoulders as she clings to me, around my shoulders. I feel something warm, soft, and somewhat moist pressed against my cheek. We got a venue. All moment stops and reality resumes. Fang's wings withdraw from around us. She pulls away until only her hands are on my shoulders. My hands are now at her sides and I can feel her warm scales on my palms. Oh, wow. It's the sound of clapping that causes us to jump apart, faces bright red and breath rapid. Back at the kitchen door is Mo, clapping loudly with his minuscule arms. I suppose we, call Naser? Yeah, and tell him, right? Yeah, totally. Worm Drama's got a venue, baby. Fang smiles softly and nods. Good thing Naomi put Naser's number in my phone, even though I didn't ask for it. The tone rings twice. Yes? Hey, Naser. Hold on, I'll put you on speaker. Moshi, Jesus Disu. Go ahead. Mission accomplished. We got a venue set up. Oh, they did? That's great. Yeah, we're at Dynamo's Pizza on Little Trudon. Kill. I'll bring the Naze car over in a jiffy. I'm gonna slap some sense into you. I'm gonna punch him. You sure you want us to get you now? Now that you have business out of the way, you and Fang could go do something fun. You know, it may not be such a bad idea. Even if it's an idea from the Orchid Oppressor. Good Lord, I'm never going to be able to play golf again. I'll pass. It's getting dark. Aw. Alright, stay put and we'll be there soon. Alright, see ya. All that's left is to wait a few minutes for the ride to get here. Fang is sitting on a bench in front of the restaurant's windows. Was this here before? I'm not sure. She's humming to herself, and her tail is drumming Eurobeat on the bench. I've been stuck in this time before. I take a seat next to her. By now the plaza has cooled down. Most shops have closed and the only people still out are returning home after the long day. The two of us sit in companionable silence, save for Fang's humming and tail drumming. Her mood is contagious, and soon enough I'm humming with her. I already know the song. It's from the roof. Except more happy. The scene is great. Just Fang and I on a bench in the waning sunlight in the middle of a deserted plaza. Taking the moment in, I almost don't notice Fang scooting closer to me. Mom, Dad, we're home. The ride back to Fang's house went by uneventfully. Fang and I didn't talk about what happened, so Naser didn't have an aneurysm. Don't stick it in my sister, please, man. I can't handle it. Oh, welcome home, Naser dear. How did your date go? I'm just dying to know. I am also interested. I don't know how, but he's looking into the exact center of my pupils with no margin of error. So, Anon. How was your trip with my little girl? Dad? What don't you go get ready for bed, Lucy? Fang glowers. Lucy, your mom. I look to Fang. Okay, yeah, it was a date. It went well, sir. What did? We were able to find a venue, and I met Fang's Uncle Mo. Fang's dad sputters. I've half a mind of bringing you to the station, boy, and the other half of testing my new nightstick on you. Just doing a dodgy beat down on me. Just.
Hi,
Dear, not in front. I wouldn't mind doing this again. Oh wow, the look on Fang's face is really cute. I'm so happy for you two. I wave as I turn to the door. I'll see you at school, Fang. You too. You too. With that, I exit the door. Once it's closed, I can feel all that bravado evaporate and my legs turn to jelly. I think that's enough excitement for one day. My first step forward towards the bus stop is so wobbly I'll worry I'll end up in Fang's mom's rose bush. It would probably be a good idea to sit a bit and catch my breath before going home, and take a seat on the curb just outside Fang's house. The door behind me slams open and I jerk around to see Naser being shoved down the steps. And don't come back until you're finished thinking. The door slams again and I hear a morose sigh. Oh man, Annan. Yeah? Why are you sitting here? My legs don't work very good right now, man. Just catching my breath. Your dad's a bit harsh. Homicidal, but close enough. Naser huffs and shoves his hands back into his pockets. You know, you're the reason Dad kicked me out, right? What? I know he's pissed I so much as looked at Fang, but what did you do? Turns out letting you run off with Fang is just encouraging your degeneracy, or something. Degenerates, man, degenerates. Sign, Naser drops to sit on the curb next to me. He kicks a rock clean across the road and into the neighbor's mailbox. Impressive. Getting kicked out really got you that down? Yeah. Sure. Convincing. What's the real answer? What's it to ya? Not much, just figured I'd ask. He stretches his wings and lays back on the pavement. Just figures get to this. Get to what? Me getting punished for Fang's issues. Naser lays an arm over his eyes. Why'd you need to go alone? You saw her today. She was this close to killing your girlfriend. Honestly, you should be thanking me for that. You be away at that. Feh. Go on. Go on then. Show us your minge. You are my therapist. Humor me. Go on, Bang. Show me your minge. Naser's arm flops away from his face and onto the concrete. I mean, look at it from my perspective. Fang is always up to something stupid. More often than not these days, she's arguing with either me or my parents. At this rate, Fang will end up a junkie or in a prison somewhere. I cringe at the mental image of junkie Fang. Mom and Dad have pretty much accepted that, so who do you think all their hopes and dreams go to? Me. With a growl, Naser sits back up. It's like I'm not allowed to have problems of my own, not allowed to mess up or do anything less than the best. Judging by the trophy case at school, you weren't doing half bad. I wish it was an option to fail, I mean. Instead, I'm stuck with no room for error and still with a broken sister. And she's still my sister, you know? I can't help but be worried for her. But what can I do? She hates me and I can't bring up my worries with my parents. Even Naomi notices I get stressed about it. I just want my sister to be happy, to go back to normal. But I don't even remember what her normal is. I don't have siblings myself, but if I did, I certainly would have trouble doing all you're able to. That selflessness by itself should help you, right? Selflessness? You're kidding me? Your friends would be destroyed if Fang just dropped all that. Who am I to even wish you were different? So you're getting all this worked up and you weren't sure if it's even the right thing? I guess so. I try and parse everything Naser's bitched about up to now. I guess it's time for Dr. Moose's psychological response. You know, Naser, have you ever considered just not? What? Naser practically lunges at me. I hold my hands up in supplication. I consider what to say. Moe's advice drifts to the forefront of my thoughts. Hear me out. Just consider this, bruh. Maybe it's not your job. I mean, you go out of your way to try and help her. Hell, even Naomi has tried. But maybe Fang's problem is her problem to fix. But we met your uncle today. Uncle Moe? Yeah, and he had some advice for me. He said she needs someone to support her, not fix her problems for her. Isn't that what I've been doing? Remember the show in the auditorium? Oh. The perturbed pterosaur sags as he recalls that disaster. Oh. Look, man, you've got a lot of problems of your own. Maybe you should handle those first before you try to fix your sister's. Well, if my Uncle Moe said so. But why did he tell you that? Shit. You know, just advice from an old guy. You know how they love to give advice. His head shakes side to side, dismissing my dismissal. No way, not Uncle Moe. He'd never give you the time of day. Shit. Look, he just wanted to give me some advice for Fang, and now I'm giving it to you. So, just drop it, man. Just drop it. Don't think about anything I just said or anything. No way. Advice for Fang? Saying it was a date? Do you like my sister? With that? Oh, explains a lot. Shit. But I didn't... Oh God, what would Dad think of the kids? Rock-a-bye Bill on the egg top. What the fuck? I'm not gonna make no little half-breeds. What are you thinking? Hell, if Dad finds out at all. Naser! He pauses, the look of shocked disdain still stuck on his face. At this point, it seems like you just want to be a stressed mess. Maybe I do like your sister. Sure, she's rude, violent, and maybe a bit bipolar. She's impressionable, self-centered, stubborn. The list just goes on and on, man. Are you looking to taste some concrete? But beyond all that, there's more to her. Like her passion, Naser. She adores music, adores playing music. She has these moments where I can see a softer side of her when she's like on top of Me straddling me, you know what I mean, Naser? You know what I mean by that, man? The pop of knuckles from Naser tells me everything, tells me I should rephrase that. I mean, it feels like I've gotten to see a side of Fang that she hasn't shown anyone else. A side that's willing to give a loser like me the time of day. And that's enough? I don't know, man. This is all uncharted water. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, how did you and Naomi get together? That is a very long story. How long? About two school semesters, 30 track meets, and a school election. So about a paperback book then. Sure, why not? Naser hums and reclines back onto the pavement. Sheesh, how'd we wind up talking about our love lives? Speak for yourself, man. I know fuck all about this stuff. And you think I do? Naomi's the one that makes all the plans and stuff. Seems like she does that a lot. It's just the way she is. Anyway, I think Dad's had enough time and beer to cool down now. He's had enough Duff beer. How long has it been? About an hour, I think. Wait. I swiftly withdraw my phone and check the time. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna miss the last bus. I could give you a lift. And let you find out that I live in the shittiest part of town? Hell no. That's fine. If I run, I think I can make it. Well, don't let me keep you. I'll catch you at school, Annan. Sure thing. And for what it's worth, you're not like the monkeys we hear about all the time on Dino News Network. The kind that hang around this part of town called Skin Row, you know? Just gonna ignore that. Thanks for sticking around a bit. It's nice to finally be able to tell someone all that. I wave Naser goodbye as I get up and start jogging for the bus stop. I am mentally fatigued after everything that's happened today. I check my phone for the time. I open up the browser and go to a familiar Sodaton sword swallowing IRC. Hey boys and girls. I guess you just got back from a perfect date. 12 replies from a single post. That's a new record for me. Oh, that line is pretty long, boys. It might even go into a second line. Who knows? I'm feeling saucy today. And 1 week later.
Miss, I don't want to insult you, but... What did you do to my hair?
I tried. It's just when you asked for a punch perm, I had to look it up. The truth is, I've never done one before.
How am I supposed to face the boss with a rat's nest on my head?